Paget. I'm one of the producers here at ACME Comedy. I'd like to welcome you to ACME Comedy Hollywood. It's been here about 20 years. It was founded actually by a group of writers for the WB. So if you guys are in my age bracket, which some of you are, you grew up watching Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. It was writers of those shows in the afternoon animation block that founded the theater for a performance space so that they didn't always have to do their comedy via animated cartoons. And if you can have an Acme moving truck company, an Acme anvil company, why not have an Acme comedy theater? That's the history lesson for today. Thanks for coming out, for being a part of Hollywood Stands Up Open Mic Live. It is a live broadcast TV show online at hollywoodstandsup.com. So text, tweet, Facebook your friends, tell them to tune in and watch your set that's coming up. We do lots of TV shows here at Acme, including a Saturday Night Live type sketch show we call Hollywood Saturday Night. Our guest star this week is Reginald Vell Johnson. He played Carl Winslow. Yeah. There we go. So come back and enjoy that. He was also in Die Hard. If you guys really want some later tonight we have Matt Champagne doing an evening with Matt Champagne. Yeah. All right. If you guys are signed up on the open mic list, we give that right to the box office, and you guys are welcome to come join us on the house. Comp tickets for you if your name and email is on the sign up, which it is. And Paul J. and Alan Strickland Williams are opening for him. Later at 9:30 is Russ Guton, Trenton Davis, Luke Curry, Josh Adam Myers, Christine Nitrower, Brad Stewart, and of course Ian Tindell. How do you get booked on one of these shows? Well, first you perform here and do well at the open mic, and also write legibly on the open mic sign-up sheet. I was trying to contact several people this week to book them on later shows coming up, and their emails got kicked back to me, so oh well, I hope that I see them again here at the open mic. So please welcome to the stage now your host of the Open Mic Live, Ian Tindell. Is this not working?
No? No? Well, kind of. Somewhat. All right. Hey, here we go. Thanks for the applause, guys. I wish I deserved that, but I don't. Not today. Do you ever react to a situation where you realize after your reaction you're a worse person than you thought you were before? Because that happened to me this week. I found out that that I just about 4 days ago that I'm getting sued for about $5,000. And applauding that. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm getting sued for about $5,000. And I know, despite my appearance looking like a Target employee, I don't actually have $5,000. I've never had $5,000. I don't know where to get $5,000. So in all likelihood, I'm in getting sued. I'm going to have to declare bankruptcy, which would be awesome. That's another thing to add on my Plenty of Fish profile. Right next to it doesn't have a car and shares a bedroom, so it's a big fucking deal, like getting sued for a lot of money that you don't have. And my reaction, the first way I reacted to this right off the bat was I got online, I got on Facebook, and I wrote "fuck" as my status update, all in caps, just fuck. My dad's a lawyer. I should have called my dad, right? I wrote "fuck" and I waited about 20 minutes for sympathy replies and was like, oh yeah, I should call my dad. He might help me out with this. I don't know, I'm just sharing with you guys today. This literally just happened 4 days ago, so I'm going to work on that shit. You guys ready to get this started? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. So let's see. Let's just hop in there. First up, it's going to be Jason, followed by Eric and Sherwin. So welcome Jason to the stage, guys.
Thanks, guys. It's my first time here, and this is a great room. And I won't take up too much of your time. I know you're supposed to do probably your better material the first time you're in front of new people, but yesterday was a really shitty day for me, and I have to talk about it just a little bit, and then I'll get out of your way. I guess the silver lining of what happened yesterday, I don't want to go into the details, but the silver lining is it's the first time I've been fucked out of something in Hollywood, so I am making progress. And I'll be honest, I think about quitting comedy forever, I think about it a lot. Just like I think about suicide, but I don't have a plan. It's just that it's both of them, really. They'd just be so easy, and they would solve everything. And I don't know, why do we do this to ourselves? That's all I really wanted to say. I see a lot of funny people in the audience, and so I'm going to cede the rest of my time to all of you. I promise next time I'll bring jokes. Thanks, guys.
Do your time.
That's it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We get this thing kick started off with a bang. Suicide and fucking bankruptcy. Yeah, let's keep it going, guys. Just to let you know, I forgot to mention this. I didn't have to use it that time, but that is the light right there. I'm going to be lighting you guys when you have about a minute left to go. So we've got a lot of people to get through, so please be respectful of that. All right, next up to the stage is Eric, followed by Sherwin, and then Pat. Give it up for Eric.
What's up, ACME Comedy? Let's do this. That poor guy, I feel so bad for him. Where's he at? Is he still in the audience? I'm sorry, sir. Just so you know, I gave up comedy about a year ago. I go up usually every night, though. I haven't done comedy for a while. That was my first joke. Get it? Are we on board? Maybe not. What else? Yeah, you guys, I haven't written anything in a while, so I brought up my little notebook here. So, how was your Easter? That's funny. Thinking about Halloween. Is everybody excited for Halloween? I'm not all that excited about it. I'll tell you why. Usually every year I go as my go-to costume, which is Mr. Clean. Not that hard to do when you got the bald head. But this year I'm going to spice it up and go as a slutty priest. What do you think? Just need to find some altar boys. See me after the show. What else? Yes, I'm gay, just so you guys know. It was a dream. I made it happen. One man at a time. Where's my gays at? Anybody? Just me. Awesome. 1 in 10, motherfuckers. 1 in 10. That's all I'm saying. It's like 30 people in the room, so somebody obviously has a secret. Once again, see me after the show. I had a friend of mine ask me about women and vaginas. Never seen one in real life. Just gotta tell you, I'm pure gay. If I was any gayer, I'd be floating right now. But yes, I've never seen an actual live vagina. I do have one question for you straight guys. How can you eat that shit? Just gotta throw that out there. It's just ick. But I was out to lunch with a friend of mine. He didn't realize that the subject came up of Barbra Streisand. Follow me on this. There was a tie-in. He apparently didn't realize that Barbra Streisand's son is a gay man, which a lot of people know. I was surprised he didn't know, because how could anything that comes out of Barbra Streisand not be gay? Like, right? She is like, her vagina is the where gay begins. Did I lose you? I lost you. That's okay. People want to know what I feel about monogamy, and I think it's adorable, for one, but it's not for me. When somebody says monogamy to me, I automatically think Mahogany, which was an awesome movie in the 70s with Diana Ross. Who's with me? Just me. Awesome. People ask me what I think about marriage for gay people. I think that's fine, but I always thought that it was a benefit of being gay that I didn't have to get married, because I'm promiscuous. I don't know about you guys, but dating is just too hard. Reminds me of a friend of mine. His niece just graduated from high school. She's 17 years old. She's only slept with 9 people her entire life. How adorable is that? Right? She's decided, rather than sleep with anybody new, she instead is going to recycle her old boyfriends, so the total number of people that she has sex with stays another number 10. I think that's a brilliant idea. I've decided to do the exact same thing. So if you're not one of the 2,000 men that I've slept with in Los Angeles, you're missing out on all this. I don't know why I point to here. This is the worst part of my body right here. Like, this is like, I don't know, like I'm 44. When you get in your 40s, like this right here, this is the problem area. Like, don't touch me here. Just don't, you know what I mean? This is like the equivalent of a black girl's weave. Like, just, you know what I mean? I want it to look a certain way. Don't reach for it. You'll pull back a nub. That's all I'm saying. I think that's my time. Did you like me? Thank you so much for listening, you guys.
Sitting there trying to think of a good response to how do we eat that. I don't know. It's just something you do. All right, next up is Sherwin, followed by Pat Regan, and then Anthony. Give it up for Sherwin, guys. What's up? How you guys doing? Damn, you guys look at me like I'm the Taliban himself. Shit. I'm friendly. Relax. I am originally from Iran, though, in case the eyebrows didn't give it away. Don't worry, though. It's funny living in LA because there's so many celebrities here that you often get mistaken for other people. Like, people tell me all the time I look like Russell Peters. You guys think so? No, not really. What about John Stamos? 19th hijacker? Oh, that's funny, huh? I hijacked this room, you won't be laughing, though. It's messed up, man. I get it bad with the whole terrorism thing. You know, I go in to buy a car, they assume I want the camel interior. Just evil shit, man. That really happened. I went to look at a car, and the guy's like, we got the perfect car for you. I said, oh, yeah, tell me why, you know, what makes it so perfect? And he's like, well, you know, it's got the 18-inch wheels, the DVD-based navigation, and the camel interior, just like you like. And I said, let me guess, it's also got a bumpy suspension, too. Yeah. So, it's messed up. I don't know, man. I get it really bad. I was on the Golden Gate Bridge, and there was a little bit of traffic, so I looked at the dude to my left, and I figured, you know, I'd mess with him a little bit. I said, hey, man, this bridge is really beautiful. And he's like, you've never seen it before? I said, you know, in my country, we got blueprints of it, but really, this is something. This is really funny, man. This is good, man. Then on the way back, I was on a flight, and I sat next to this guy, and as soon as I sat down, I heard him go, American Airlines, my ass. And I said, man, how could you say such a thing? That is so wrong. He goes, no, I'm going to tell you what's wrong. That Taliban you guys got. I said, well, I'm not part of the Taliban, okay? It is pronounced Al-Qaeda. He's like, what the hell did you just say? I said, man, I'm just playing with you, don't worry. And I think that's what scared him more than anything was the way I said Al-Qaeda. Because when you know, when most people just say Al-Qaeda. But when you say Al-Qaeda, it's like, okay, you spent some time in a couple caves. You don't get no accent like that in America. You know a couple people, goddammit. I see we got some ladies here tonight, huh? Couples, you two together? No, not really, just happen to be some. Sorry about that, man, I tried, you know. I think, man, listen, you know what? If you're looking for a good woman, no, seriously, guys, if you're looking to find a good woman, don't go to these bars and clubs or whatever. Go to the 99-cent store, get you a good woman. I'm saying, listen, the expectation is set. You know, because a year later when she's like, well, I don't really like this restaurant you brought me to. Bitch, I met you at the 99-cent store. I pulled that $5 bill out. We were speaking the same language. You remember that? How quickly we forget. Oh, man. What else? Oh, look at that. That is my time. You guys have been great. Thank you very much. My name's Sherwin. All right. Let's keep it going. Next up is Pat Regan, followed by Anthony, and then Pat Riley. Pat Regan, guys.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me. Okay. When I was just a young boy, Papa came up to me and he said, son, you're gonna knock 'em dead. I love you, I love you, I love you, love you, love you. If I could pass along a tip, I know you'd be in bliss. But I want you to find your own path. I love you, I love you, I love you, love you, love you. Then Papa shot himself. Blood got in my eyes. I threw up into a table fan, which blew the throw up back into my face. Now I'm a grown-up with a healthy sex life. I've got a nicely toned bod. I can figure things out on my own. I figured out that there's just one rule. You just gotta be funny. There's only one rule. You just gotta make them laugh. LOL, there's many ways for you to spend your evenings. Won't you take the chuckle train to Ha Ha City with me? Took me 3 years to write that song. I live in Silver Lake. Surprise. There's a lot of stores in Silver Lake that sell just like ridiculous shit. You know, just like a vacuum cleaner with Kevin Kline's face on it? It's $600? What am I, an idiot? Of course I'll take it. I'm losing my commitment on this, but I want to open up a store in Silver Lake called the Butthole Shop. And the only thing I'd sell at the Butthole Shop would be food past its expiration date. That's it. Just old ass food. See if I can trick people into thinking it's cool. Dude, check out what I got at the Butthole Shop. It's a veal cutlet from 1997. Yeah, it does kind of smell. I don't know, to me it smells like dog. Like wet dog. Oh, that is actually your dog I'm smelling? Your dog's name is Southwestern Minneapolis? That's the coolest thing I've ever read. Knocked it out of the park. Wow. What a great set I'm having. I was listening to my iPod on shuffle today, and it played this song, this like country song from the 50s by Ernest Tubb. And at one point in the song, Mr. Tubb finishes like singing a chorus, and then he yells this out, "Come in, Butterball!" And then a guy who I'm guessing is Butterball comes in, you know, fucking guitar solo. And I think that's great, you know. I wish, I like how band leaders used to, you know, announce solos like that. I wish that tradition hadn't died out. You know, how awesome would it be if right before the guitar solo in November Rain, Axl Rose just yelled out, "Let 'em have it, Butterball!" And then fucking Butterball let him have it. Think about changing my name to Butterball Reagan. Joining the Lakers, dominating the NBA and scoring my rookie year, becoming a fixture in the tabloids for my non-stop party lifestyle, playing for 17 seasons straight, then eventually retiring and settling down with my wife Vanessa Hudgens in beautiful Chula Vista, California. All right, thanks.
Sounds of Pat Reagan, now available on iTunes and at the Butthole Shop. All right, next up, Anthony, followed by Pat Riley, and then Frank. Anthony, give it up for Anthony.
What's up, guys? Give it up for your host and all the comics you've seen so far. Yeah. You know what's great about this on the TV? You know what's awesome about this? Is you can have fun with this, you know? Like, I can make the host look like he's completely abusive. Like, I could be like, all right, no, okay, I'll tell some jokes, just please don't put me back in the cage. You know, you can have a lot of fun with it. It's awesome. But it's not what I came here to talk about. Clearly. What I did come here to talk about was hypothetical questions. I like hypothetical questions because guys and girls are so different, you know? Like, completely opposite. Like, a girl's hypothetical question is always like something fun and cute, like, if you could give a pill to a dog and make it talk, would you give him the pill? And a guy's hypothetical question is always like, all right, dude, if you had to be a werewolf for the rest of your life or fuck Danny DeVito every day, which would it be? Man up! It's awesome. Hypothetical questions are great. I don't know if you guys know this. What else is awesome is I just found out Disneyland has a gay day that's open to the public, to everyone. But it's a designated gay day for gay people to go. I think that's awesome because I just want to be outside in front of Disneyland when that crazy Christian family just drove 3,000 miles across country and the kid gets out of the car and is like, I love Goofy. And another kid's like, I like cock. I'd be like, yeah, awesome. It'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun to do. There's a couple things I want to do before I die. One is I want to find a briefcase with $6,000 in it so I could be like, yeah, $6,000. I'm going to buy a crappy car. Be awesome. Another thing I'd like to do is ruin the reputations of cities by standing in front of their welcome to sign half naked with a whiskey bottle in my hand screaming, come on in, the city's great, you'll love it. A couple things I want to do before I die. Tell you one thing I'm tired of. I'm tired of kids selling candy in front of grocery stores because I feel bad because I can never afford to buy any of the candy. So it's to the point now where every time I walk into a grocery store, I'm like, because I'm pretty sure those kids aren't going to ask me if I want to buy any fucking candy, you know? Always be candy, you know? It'll never be like fruits and veggies. You'll never see a kid selling fruits and vegetables. They don't have the financial backing sugar does, you know? You'll never see a rapper going, I like spinach, carrots, and broccoli too. They're filled with fiber and they make me poo. Oh, vegetables, vegetables. All you little kiddies eat your vegetables. You might see him back Kit Kat, sugar's got all the money. Kit Kat, eat 'em till you go blind. Type 2 diabetes straight blowing my mind. Kit Kat, sugar. Fucking sad but true. Thanks, I'm Anthony Browning, you guys.
All right, next up is Pat Riley, followed by Frank, and then Jack. Give it up for Pat.
Thanks a lot, man.
Give it up for the host. Good guy. So I'm from the South originally, and I miss it. I miss it because there's a lot of things in the South that, you know, you just miss. I remember one time I was visiting my friend in Gadsden, Alabama. If you know where Gadsden, Alabama is, it's in the Meth Mountain region of Alabama. And we went to a place, it was a salvage grocery store. A salvage grocery store. What the fuck is a salvage grocery store? It's like, oh, where do you guys get your groceries from? Oh, shipwrecks. Shipwrecks. Our wholesaler is a junkyard. Yeah. It's awesome. And a salvage grocery store is nothing but cans of food that have been dented. Just nothing but dented cans. Just dented cans out the yin-yang. Kind of like your butthole shop. Just, it's a real life, dented cans. And I remember I walked up to the guy at the counter, at the cashier desk, and I was like, hey, isn't it not safe to eat out of dented cans? Like, can't you get food poisoning from eating out of dented cans? And he looks at me dead in the eye and he goes, yeah, well, don't believe everything science tells you. And at that moment, I came to the realization why we can never come to an agreement about whether or not global warming exists. Because as long as motherfuckers in Alabama still put the atmosphere and Vienna sausages on the same level, we'll never agree. It's just like, yeah, fuck yeah, we can dent up this atmosphere. Sure, we ain't gonna die. MIT don't know shit about dick. Fuck yeah. It's true, they don't. I love science, man. I love science. I love finding out how things work. I love watching shows like Modern Marvels on TLC. I love hearing people explain to me how technology works, especially if English is their second language. Oh, it's a treat, man. It's fucking amazing. I was in Croatia on a vacation with my girlfriend, and this guy was trying to sell to my girlfriend and I a Segway City tour of the city of Zagreb. And Segway scooters, universally, worldwide, are like the lamest motherfucking things on the planet. So he decided to entice us by telling us the magic of a Segway scooter, explain to us how it works. And he looks at us and he's like, yes, a Segway scooter, very good, very good. To make it go forward, you lean forward on your foot fingers, yeah, your foot fingers. And to make it halt, you lean back on your what's the word? Ankle balls. Ankle balls, yes. Very good machine. And that made it almost seem like Segway scooters were awesome, you know? I would love to have that guy sell any new piece of technology that comes around the pike. Like, I'm not into the iPad, but if I was watching football and a commercial came on with that white background and that music, and he comes out and he's like, oh, iPad, very good. It is like a paper notebook with a television set, and you put your hands on it to get the internet magic on the internet machine. I am Mac. Trust me, I'd be out in the front of a Best Buy 2 days beforehand, in a tent, waiting for the new one to come out. I'll be interviewed on the morning news, and they'll be like, oh, why are you out here? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Something about internet magic. That Igor, he has the gift of gab. Just can't argue with him. That sales pitch. You guys have been great. Thanks.
All right, guys. Next up is Jack, followed by Tom and Ahmed. Give it up for Jack.
All right. Guys, I'm a little bit of a... Did I turn this off? A little bit of a moron, apparently. A little bit of a news junkie, like to read the news. I get a little frustrated by headlines when I see that they're not really news headlines. Like I read this the other day. America's top 5 most haunted hotels. I was like, shouldn't that just read America's top 5 places to find idiots? Like, how are you gonna measure like the most of some bullshit institution, right? Like, how do you do it? The most people scammed at this hotel. Over there, that's the unicorniest forest. We've done the research, and it turns out that these are the tooth fairy's favorite teeth. There's a clear bicuspid bias. Oh, I'm doing that. Oh, America's holiest churches. Oh, you can decide on that. This was another fantastic headline. Are pancakes worth making from scratch? Not if I'm making them. Guess not, right? Don't even need to read that article. Like, I don't even like cooking cereal, okay? Not making pancakes from scratch. Under the headline it said, the controversial answer inside. Well, that's a fucking lie. Right? How could there be a controversial answer to whether or not pancakes are better from scratch? Right? What's it gonna say? It turns out they're not better from scratch because the Jews are keeping it that way. Oh, maybe that's not even controversial, apparently. Everyone's like, yeah, duh. The Bisquick and the Matzah people, they're all in it together. Throwing down the chocolate coins. It's down at the AIDS walk this weekend. Yeah, AIDS. Got a fan here. I was kind of, scamming on chicks and stuff. I figured it's a good place to meet people, but a little weird. Like, you don't know if somebody down there just has a compassionate, concerned outlook on life, or if their vagina is filled with homicidal lubricant. I'm just saying you don't know. I mean, and I'm not. I don't know. Maybe this is going out of line, but I'm not for the AIDS walk. I really went down there to protest it because I was like, this is bullshit. I mean, you got people down there betting on how far AIDS patients can walk. Shit's fucked up, man. Saw this one guy down there just like covered in sores. Looked like he was, I don't know, Courtney Love's labia minora or something. And I don't mean like her inner labia. I mean because she has like this 8-pronged thing hanging down. It's ridiculous. It looks like it's an upside-down candelabra of bacon riddled with herpes. And that's when there isn't an outbreak. Amazing. All right, I'm out of here, Jack.
All right, actually, accidentally skipped over one. So next up is Frank, and then Tom and Ahmed. Give it up for Frank, guys.
Thank you. A little self-conscious today. I didn't think I was going to do comedy, so I wore the shirt. I'm at the end of the wash part. I only have 2 shirts left, and I got a hole in my right armpit. So I'm going to be holding the microphone in my left hand for the first time. Well, I don't know. It's hard to do. It's going to be hard to do. I just got off the phone with my mom recently, and that's why I've been drinking so much the last couple of days. It's just really hard talking to her because I'm always asking for money. And it's hard to go into the asking for money part. You know, you're talking a half hour, 45 minutes. So how are you doing, Frankie? Not so good. I could just use a little money. You know, your sister never asked for money. So, Mom, Terry's married. She has a house. She's got a job. I have none of these things. You know? Help me out. Send me another $1,500. That's what I usually ask for. Is that a lot? Is that too much? She's retired. She's got a lot of money. I mean, what is she going to do with it? She goes to Bermuda once a year. You know, I live in L.A. I'm trying to get laid here, you know? If I don't shower, a lot of people think I'm a homeless person. And I showered this day too, but it was Saturday, and it was kind of hot, or at least it was hot for me. Any day is pretty hot for me because I'm hairy and I'm fat, and if there's humidity, just forget it. So I'm walking towards this church, and I was really tired, so I sat down on the steps of the church, and this guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey man," well first he did a double take. He looked at me, and he walked away, and he came back because I guess he thought of something that he really needed to tell me. So he says, "Hey man, have you heard about the hotline 211? And I said, "No, I never heard about it." I said, "You know, information, what's going on?" He's like, "Well, if you ever get really hungry, or if you ever need to find a place to take a shower, just call the 211 hotline." So I just said, "Thanks, man," you know, because there's a possibility my mom might not give me $1,500. You know, thanks a lot, everybody. I'm Frank Benz.
I think I've ever said the sentence, "Send me another $1,500. All right, guys. Next up is Tom, followed by Ahmed, and then Joseph. Give it up for Tom.
Hello. First, I need to apologize to somebody in the audience. I pretended that I thought that I knew them, but actually I didn't know them, and I told them all those wonderful things that they did. But thank you very much for your grace anyway. I just, it's been 8 months. I have just celebrated my 8 months in recovery. Thank you. From homelessness. Thank you. No, I'm not fucking drunk. No, I was homeless for a while. I am broke as shit, and I'm sure everybody else has this mantra. Can you agree with me? I'm broke as shit. Say it with me. I'm broke as shit. Come on, guys. Say it with me. I'm broke as shit. Yes, it's okay. Go ahead and say it. It's all right. I'm broke as shit. I don't have anywhere to go. I've been hanging out at the Occupy LA things for the past 3 days. This is how broke I am. Yeah, Wall Street, give me my $12 to do laundry. I'll have 99% of it done. No, I don't even go to the bank anymore. I don't have any money there. In fact, I owe money. When I go there, I'm a tourist. I might as well be a tourist. To the left of you is where your money would be, and to the right of you is the loan officer that will never ever give you a dime. I don't go. I really have negative balance in that. I think that all banks should be built by a cliff. You know, that way you can either pay the fee or just jump. Where do you find extra money? Economy's in the crapper. Where do you find extra money? Where do you find extra money? Where do you find extra money? You know where I find extra money? I'll get back to you. You know where I find extra money is on the ground. That's where I find it. I look down, there's a buck here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck. And I find it in the strangest places, in parking lots and curbsides and everything. You know, Obama tells us to keep our heads up during this economy. I say, fuck that, look down. That's where the money is. Money does not grow on trees. It sprouts from the earth. Let's see, what else do I got? I'm from Missouri. Anybody, any Missourians, any Midwesterners? Yeah. Excellent, you escaped. Congratulations. I live in Kansas City. Not very far from me is like, from 15 minutes away is Independence, Missouri, and according to the Mormons, that's where Jesus is going to return to planet Earth. I think that would be kind of a lousy place to return, Independence, Missouri, because it is a meth capital. So when he returns, I bet it's going to be a fun party. Where are my stoners? Any stoners? Yeah, proud. This is like, of course, you know, don't go to the grocery store when you're stoned. Because then an hour later you're staring at the water aisle going, ah! I really can't believe there is a water aisle now. Even cereal has to make room for the diapers next door to it. A whole aisle, and it's enhanced. It's all enhanced stuff. One annoyance that I have, and I'll leave you with this, when I go to the store with my friend, you know, one annoyance is that when I understand that you are hungry and maybe a couple of chips from the bag that you take out before you check out, but really only taking 3 cans of a 6-pack of beer up to the checkout is kind of obnoxious. Thank you very much. Tom Varnon, thanks for my time.
All right, guys, next up, Ahmed, followed by Joseph, and then Ricky Carmona. Hey, hi.
What's up, guys? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Everybody tuning in at home, how's it going? Nice to see you. I just want to give a few shout-outs. I just want to say, fuck you, Mom, watching at home. You're the reason I'm out here in this desert of broken dreams. And I just want to say also, fuck you, Dad. You never played catch with me, and now I'm on a stage. So fuck you, Dad. You asshole. Is that funny? Just to like talk shit about my parents. Does that work? A little bit. I want to talk about. I'm a pretty nervous guy, just generally. I don't know if you guys can tell, just nervous, but it just fucks with me how people aren't as nervous as I am all the time. You know, like when you're driving down the highway and you see skid marks from a car that just went straight into the divider. You just go about your day like that. Fucks with my head. Like somebody died here. Somebody died here. Somebody died here. On the side of the highway. Somebody died. Nobody cares. People just keep driving by in their cars. They're on their phones. I love my dog. I love LA. I'm late for brunch. This traffic sucks. Somebody died. You're late for brunch. It's called lunch, you piece of shit. I got some snot on me. I'm never invited back. It really does fuck with me though, like when you see the skid marks to a horrible accident. Like you couldn't clean that up just a little bit, so us Jews, young and old, can just feel a little better about the road ahead. You know, it's like if you were walking around downtown LA and they just left all the chalk outlines from every murder that ever happened. You'd get to the bank and be like, holy shit, I made it. Am I okay? Yeah. I'm okay. Good. No, I'll have all my money now, please, all of it. I'm building a bunker. I can't. Fuck you, Dad. What else is going on? I'm a vegetarian also. Anybody out there care about? No. I was talking about how I'm a vegetarian, and this guy decided, you know, it was his turn to talk, and he, from the back of the club, he said, he went, "You pussy. You fucking pussy." Which really, like, messed with my head, honestly, because it didn't offend me, it just confused me, like how, in this day and age, vegetarianism can be equated with masculinity. You know, it's like, dude, you shop at the same store as me. It makes no sense. You're one aisle away from me. Guy's just in the meat aisle going, "Come on over when you get some balls on you. We got pre-packaged meat over here, you pussy." I take this home to my wife, cook it on the electric stove. She reluctantly has sex with me. Is that my time? I haven't. A little bit.
30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like maybe in like hunter-gatherer days, you know, you could call a vegetarian a pussy, just some guy who doesn't want to hunt. You know, he's like, what are you using, spears? That's ridiculous. You can stab that thing 20 times? That's inhumane. It's like, now your family dies because you didn't hunt. You pussy. But that's not the way it works now. It's not like you go to a grocery store and there's two lines, you know, there's carnivores and pussies. Get to the front of the carnivore line, they make you sign a waiver, hand you a rifle, welcome to Vaughn's. Front of the pussy line, they just hand you a butterfly net. They're like, you can leave your shoes with River, he'll hold on to them. And, you know, just go gather. And, you know, when you're done, come on back. And if what you have in your net weighs less than your shoes, it's free. So, oh my God. It's tough up here, guys. All right, thank you.
All right, next up, Joseph, followed by Ricky Carmona, and then Keenan. Give it up for Joseph.
All right, whose dick do I have to suck around here to get a mouthful of jism? I can't say shit like that with a straight face. Huh? Good evening, cyberspace. I'm Joseph Larkin from Slidell, Louisiana. My mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer in 1991. But had she been diagnosed with terminal cancer in 1997, I think it would have sounded a little something like this. What's up? I have terminal cancer. Chandler Bing from the TV series Friends was never diagnosed with cancer, terminal or otherwise. But had he been diagnosed with terminal cancer, I think it would have sounded a little something like this. Could my cancer be any more terminal right now? Here's something you'll never see. Yeah. Here's something you'll never see. Me on live TV. Or in a movie. Or just making money doing this bullshit. Here's something you'll never hear a pothead say. Check it out, guys. I just discovered the cure for cancer. You won't hear that because the cure for cancer isn't printed on the back of a log of raw cookie dough. Well, guys, I'm not dying physically, unlike my mother, who is quite dead. My mother is super fucking dead. She ain't coming back, guys. No matter how hard I pray, she will remain dead in perpetuity. So I'm not dying physically. I'm dying on stage. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dying, but I am working on my epitaph. And I have it whittled down to 2 options. My tombstone will either read, Joseph Larkin, a scholar and a gentleman, or fuck all y'all! All right then. Hey guys, Halloween's coming up. How about an extra spooky joke in honor of the big holiday? This is my impression of the stand-up comedian Andrew Dice Clay turning into a werewolf. Hickory dickory dock, I got fur all over my cock! Ow! That usually gets an applause break, but no big deal. Don't wear yourselves out. You've been laughing so hard already, you don't want to get your hands out. Hey guys, who's got 2 tentacles and is high as fuck right now?
This guy! It's me! Also, I'm melting!
One last thing. Guys, alcohol is not the answer. Drugs are! And the question, why did I let that guy come on my face?
Drugs! It was drugs.
All right, fuck this. Goodbye!
A little too short for that. All right, guys. Next up on stage, Ricky Carmona, followed by Keenan and Ronnie. Give it up for Ricky.
Hey guys. Thanks, buddy. Hey guys, how's it going? How we doing? How about a round of applause for everybody we've seen so far? Hey girl. What's up, bro? What up, son? What's up, son? What up, son? Boom, bitch! Bah! What? Yeah! Shit! Bro! Bah! Motherfucker! Ah! If I have one more conversation with my friends like that where we don't say a goddamn thing to each other, I'm gonna shoot myself in the fucking head. Hey, bro, how you living? I'm straight. Well, chew that. Well, for real though. Well, come on with it. Well, get up on it. Oh, what the fuck are we talking about right now, man? I get enough drinks in me and I start yelling at you like I'm in some kind of Hype Williams video in 1995. I'm doing all this shit. Right. But like with my own fucking sensibilities, so I'm like, motherfucker, we gonna come over, we gonna watch Schindler's motherfucking List, right? I think Jay-Z has a superpower, and his superpower is being able to make us realize that we've been saying words wrong. Jay-Z has this line in this song, how we say it is, we're not even supposed to be here. Jay-Z has this line where he goes, we ain't even pro-be here. And I hear it and I'm like, you're right, Jay-Z, it's that one. That's how I'm supposed to say it. What have I been doing? Hey, Larry, is he here? No? We ain't even pro-be here. But since we're here, it's only right that we be fair, okay? I like to listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of jazz music. Jazz music, that's like the fucking vegetables in the musical chain. Like rock and roll is like sugar and candy, and fucking jazz is like, ooh, you listen to jazz. It's fun. Here's what's fun about listening to jazz. The best part about listening to jazz is listening to an album and trying to convince yourself that you get what it is that you're listening to. Like you buy a jazz album, you're like, oh shit, I'm listening to fucking jazz. Hell yeah, look at me. And you push play and it's just like, you're just like, yeah, Coltrane, play that shit. I try and consider myself a musical snob, but then I'll hear like fucking Yin Yang Twins shake, and I'm like, where the white women at? Thank you. What does that mean? I got a minute left? Yeah. All right. There's stoners here. That's fucking awesome. Good. Here's the guy that I love to be. I love to be this guy. It's Saturday night. I walk into a house party. I hear this question. Hey, man, has anybody got some weed on them? Who's got some weed? Has anybody got some weed? I'm like, shit, I got weed. I reach in my pocket. Oh, hell no, Ricky's got weed. What cacao? What bam? What ta? Here's the guy that I don't like to be. Monday morning, I'm at work. I'm sitting in my office. I go out in the communal area. I hear this question. Hey, does anybody have a pen on them? Who's got a pen on them? Has anybody got a pen? I'm like, I got a pen. I reach in my pocket. Weed! Oh, no! Thanks for looking at me awkwardly. I'm Ricky.
All right, next up we have Keenan, followed by Ronnie, and then Brad. Give it up for Keenan.
That was a lot of energy. A lot. I had an older brother growing up. I don't know if anybody else has siblings. It was tough growing up with him because he was a nerd bully. Like, this dude would tutor me, then whip my ass for getting the answers wrong. Like, he'd be like, Keenan, I told you A squared times B squared equals C squared. Algebra. What? Chop to the throat. Breathe, breathe. And that's what you call a Pythagorean theorem beat down. Like, what? Pythagorean theorem beat down. It got worse, man. It got worse growing up, man. He just got his PhD. And he's one of those guys that, since he got a PhD, if you don't call him doctor, like, you can't tell him shit. Like, I just moved into this new place. And I was like, hey, Corey, bathroom's 2 doors to the left. He was like, hold the phone! It's Dr. Corey, first of all, Mr. High School Diploma. I'm like, well, shit. Second of all, your bathroom's 1 door to the right, jackass. Calculus. Like, what? Chop to the throat. Like, what the fuck? Then that's what you call a PhD beatdown. PhD beatdown. I ran into one of his ex-girlfriends. I was like, what happened between you guys? She was like, oh, you know, one night I was trying to cuddle with him. And instead of trying to cuddle, he was trying to convince me to turn from PC to Mac. And I was like, no, I'm cool with Bill Gates. I don't want to do that. I like my PC and I want to cuddle. He was like, no, I don't think so. Apple. What? Chop to the throat. Bam! Now that's what you call a Steve Jobs beatdown. Fuck Bill Gates. R.I.P. Steve Jobs. I don't know where that joke's going yet, but it's going somewhere. My celebrity crush is Scarlett Johansson. I love Scarlett Johansson. She's beautiful, man. Scarlett Johansson's so fine, I'll let her call me nigga at my family reunion. That's how fine Scarlett Johansson is. Like, Keenan, I told you I don't eat collard greens. This nigga here, this nigga, right? Right, Grandma? This nigga. You gonna smack her back, Grandma? Some nigga say, some nigga call me the N-bomb. Cool, the light, perfect time. I think the quickest way to turn a thug into a bitch is to give him something hot to drink. Like, you're like, yeah. And that's what I thought, you punk ass motherfucker. Oh, you gonna give me your tea? Yeah. Matter of fact, give me that goddamn tea, yeah. Too much commitment to that joke. Didn't go anywhere. Hey, you guys, Keenan Baker, man.
You never have too much commitment to a joke. That's all right. All right, guys, next up, Ronnie, followed by Brad, and then Matt. Give it up for Ronnie.
Yeah. Tear this motherfucker down. You know, You know, comics be coming to fucking open mic like, yeah, it's over now, bitch. About to change the game in this moment. Y'all better step y'all shit up, whoever coming after me, goddamn. He said, open mic, dog. Yeah, man. From Chicago, I just got my ticket. I'm going home. Going home, man. Anybody been to Chicago before? Been to Chicago? Round of applause. Been there? Yeah. You right there? Yeah. You never been to Chicago? You just gonna unpack your gun right there? Okay, cool. We got that much time, so we gotta speed this shit up. Going home, man. All they worry about thugs in the hood. All they worry about is how I represent the city. As long as I represent the city, all right, it's cool. As long as I represent, it's okay. And you know what they mean when they want to represent. They tap their chest like, hey, Ronnie Ray, you go back, represent. Everybody's tough though. Everybody's fucking tough. I was home this past this 4th of July. I was home and standing on the corner. Dude pulled up in the car on my ass, jumped out. Hey! Yo, Ronnie Ray, man, yeah! You in LA doing your comedy, man. Look here, when you go back, represent Chicago, baby. Represent Chicago, man. Represent it hard, man. Represent it hard. And I looked at him like he was crazy because he was only 9 years old. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? Where you get a car from, little dude? I'll teach you in the 4th grade, homie. Crazy, man. I was never that tough, though. I was never that tough because my nickname. Everybody got nicknames in the room? Got nicknames in the room? What's your nickname? Who whistle? Juice. Okay. At least it matches your name, Jamar. So it's Juice. Jamar Juice. That's cool. My name's Ronnie Ray. My nickname is Bougie. I'm 37 years old. I can't even spell that shit. You know what I mean? B-O-O-G. That's all I know. B-O-O-G. That's it. I got a partner with the smoothest real name ever. His real name is Latrell Swan. That's pimping. You know what I mean? Yeah, 4 eyes and 8 legs. Good girls. Latrell Swan. He don't like Latrell Swan. He like his nickname. You know what his nickname is? Porch Monkey. He like Porch Monkey instead of Latrell Swan. I call him Latrell by accident. He had an attitude. Hey, Latrell, what time is it? Oh, man! Man? How many times I gotta tell you, man? It is not Latrell. It's Porch Monkey. You ain't push that sit on and get that name, man, huh? Get it right next time, man. Porch Monkey. P-O-R, Chamonkey, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it right next time. I get it right. I can't wait to get off the stage. I can't, man. I'm a fan of comedy. I want to watch the comedies. I want to watch the comics. My favorite comics to watch right now is a tactless comic. You know what I'm talking about? He do comedy for shock value and shock value only. You know what I mean? He don't want to hear you laugh. He just want to see you watch him. He want you to watch him with your mouth open like, damn, you said that shit. He come on stage. Yeah. Man, fuck faggots. Anybody ever pistol whip a faggot before? Don't pistol whip them enough so you kill them. Just pistol whip them enough so they know you don't like them liking dick. You know what I'm saying? That ain't all, man. Fuck old people. Always talking shit. Like, you need to stay out of jail. Like, fuck you, grandma, I like jail. All my friends in there. Anybody ever punch a retarded kid in the mouth? It's a closer, right? Okay. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. I just found my new closer. All right. Next up, give it up for Brad, followed by Matt and Jake. Brad, guys.
Chick-fil-A is open. I got so tired of, because I've never eaten there before. The Chick-fil-A, it's over on Sunset and Highland now, and I got so tired of friends of mine that had eaten there and loved it. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till that Chick-fil-A opens. You haven't had it? Oh my God, you have to have it. And I don't trust people when they say that because I went to Pink's one time. You know, Pink's, the hot dog place down the street. You first moved to LA, people, oh, you gotta have Pink's. Oh, you gotta have Pink's. And you wait in line for like 8 hours, and you get there, and I got it, and I was kind of excited. And I took a bite, and my friend was like, what do you think? What do you think? And I was like, oh my God, it tastes like a fucking hot dog. Like every hot dog I've ever had in my whole life. So I don't trust people, but Chick-fil-A, that lives up to the hype. I just added tonight. I had 2 spicy chicken sandwiches and walked my ass here from there because I felt so guilty about it. But I'm like, Jesus, if you could bread and fry happiness, this is fucking as close as you're going to get, I think. That place is amazing. I obviously like fast food, if you can't tell from my bulbous
sort of bulbous gut and no neck. But there's a lot of fast food I won't eat. Like I saw that taco. Have you seen the new Taco Bell commercial for the double XL chalupa? Can you get diarrhea from a commercial? Because that's just the grossest thing I've ever seen. And Carl's Jr. also. I try not to eat there because it just first their commercials bother me. Doesn't get all over the place. Doesn't belong in your face. No, if it doesn't get all over the place, then you're not a fucking 3-year-old. Congratulations, adult. You can eat your fucking dinner. You know they have the other one like some guy's eating shit's falling out of it. Don't bother me. I'm eating. You know. I can't stand the Carl's Jr. But I love everything else. KFC, that's one of my favorites too. But I only eat there when other people order it. Because if I go into KFC, I literally have a fucking anxiety attack because I don't know what to order. There's just too many options. I'm like, do I want a leg and a thigh? Do I want a leg and a thigh and a wing? Do I want 2 wings, a leg and a thigh? Do I want crispy, extra crispy, spicy? My head explodes and I run out crying. I can't do it. But like In-N-Out Burger, that's the one too where like my friend told me to eat there when I first moved to LA, and I was like, well, this just looks like a burger place. He's like, no, just try it. And that was that's a good friend of mine to this day because I trust that person. Because the first time I bit it double, I was like, oh, what's this? What is in this? Did a unicorn come on this? This is fucking magical meat. Oh, that's mythical animal style too, by the way, if you ever want to order that. I also love KFC because PETA hates KFC. That's why I love KFC. Remember Pamela Anderson? See, that's who you want, especially if you have a social cause. You want Pamela Anderson as your spokesperson. Remember Pamela Anderson was with KFC where they were trying to sue. I mean, she was with PETA where they were trying to sue KFC because they weren't killing the chickens right. If I was a lawyer for KFC, I'd be like, "What's that, Pamela? Oh, you don't like the way they were killing the chickens? Oh, okay. Well, you're a whore. I don't care what your politics are, your social causes. You're a whore. I don't care. The chicken's brain is this big. If we weren't eating it, it would be an omelet. It doesn't fucking matter." You know, and also she like rallied to get the bust, the KFC of Colonel Sanders. They have a bust of him outside the Capitol in Kentucky. She wanted that removed because it was a sign of cruelty. And I looked them both up. I'm like, Colonel Sanders' life is amazing. He struggled his entire life. And it wasn't until he was like in his 60s where he started traveling, going around to different restaurants with his chicken recipe. He would have them try it. If they liked it, he would say, well, put it on your menu and give me like 25 cents each chicken you sell. He did that over and over and over again until this was like an amazing American success story. Let's look at Pamela Anderson. Canadian, has made some of the worst television and films ever made. She fucked Scott Baio, fucked Bret Michaels, fucked Tommy Lee, got hepatitis, fucked Kid Rock, fucked Tommy Lee again. I think the bus stays. That's the point. The bus stays. And I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
All right, next to the stage, we have Matt, followed by Jake, and then Ricky. Give it up for Matt.
Thank you. For those of you familiar with my comedy, you know I don't do crowd work. I do crowd fun. Who's ready to get silly? Anybody here ever played the game GoldenEye for Nintendo 64? Yeah. It was a great game. For those of you who didn't play, there was a gun in that game called the Golden Gun that could kill any man in one shot. But you know what else can kill any man in one shot? Any gun. Any gun at all. Seems like parents are always upset about video games because they think that they have an effect on kids who play them, but I disagree, and I have a personal story to back that up. My friend Nick loved to play GoldenEye growing up, and as he got older, he got involved with a rough crowd, gangs, and kept going, and finally one day I don't know what happened, he got into a gang fight and got shot in the head and died. But I still don't think that video games had anything to do with him because he has yet to respawn. I feel like I need to do something with that. My dad caught me smoking when I was 12 years old, and as a punishment, he made me smoke an entire pack of cigarettes every day for the next 12 years. And now I have cancerous growth in my lungs. Lesson learned. I was talking to him on the phone the other night, and he was telling me about this article he'd read about how the internet is making people of our generation less intelligent. And I was just like, what? I just read this article that said that American children are 17th in the world in reading comprehension. Can anybody explain what that means to me? Let's push through this. I would say that divorce is hardest on kids, but in my opinion, we shouldn't be letting them get married in the first place. All right? You guys ever get so drunk you black out and wake up in somebody else's bed and you're just like, oh my God, how did I get this bed into my apartment? All right. Trying to be a better person. Usually when I walk by homeless people, I don't give them any attention or any of my money, but the other day I walked by one and I stopped and I said, get a fucking job. And then I kept walking. All right. Sometimes it feels like when I'm in a moral quandary, it feels like I have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. But that's not true. In reality, it's just two dead birds I've duct taped to myself. Did you guys hear about that tree they're adapting into a book? Let's all quit. Thanks.
All right, guys, next to the stage is Jake, followed by Ricky, and then Lauren. Give it up for Jake.
Good news about the world ending, guys. I don't know if you think there's good news about the world ending, but a Terminator or Matrix scenario will not happen. It will not happen. The machines will not be our demise. We'll be our own demise, because I heard a bartender say that overwhelming is a big word. That literally happened. That's not funny. That's just like something that happened I want all you to know. I was typing on my smartphone, which arguably is like the forefront of cutting edge technology. And I was typing the word shit, and it corrected it to shut or shot. Always. No matter how many times I do it, it corrects the word shit to shut or shot. And that just tells me that the programming or the computer in the phone doesn't understand context. So if the machines ever get an army, all you have to do is encode messages with the word shit, and it won't understand what we're doing at all. It even, like, no matter how many times I do it, it won't learn against its programming. Again, just another factual observation that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. I want to dedicate this next bit to a man named Mikey Unessi. You know Mikey? Okay. I wanted to dedicate it to him because he's a cunt. He's a fucking cunt. I fucking hate him. And he's the reason why I just kind of like followed my dreams, you know? The American dream. Which, are there any kids here tonight? Are there any? Good. It's not because I care about you hearing the word cunt. It's because if you're in an essay contest that asks what the American dream is, I have a great answer for you. I think the American dream is just wanting to burn down the little town you were grown up from. That's all. I didn't say burn down the town that you were from, just wanting to burn down the town you were from. I'm not encouraging arsonism, okay? What I'm saying is that the leaders of America are founded on just hating where they grew up and then getting the hell out and never wanting to come back. And like making money in thinking that they want to burn their town down. No one will ever make enough money to be able to burn down their town. Like a friend of mine is from Peoria, had the same fantasy. He found out to buy all of Peoria is almost $1 trillion. Almost. And does anybody know where Peoria is or how shitty it is? Yeah, the projects have their own name. He knows. Anyways, just for that shitty little fly spot on a map is almost $1 trillion. And that's what you would have to get to burn down. So if you're encouraged to if you want to burn down the town you grew up in, you'll go somewhere in life, is what I'm saying. Also, I hate the town Downey, where I currently live with my parents.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna die alone, guys. That you don't have to remind me with your silence. Man, I'm gonna have an album that comes out that is titled "Quit While I'm Ahead," but I'm also never gonna release it. Never gonna release it. 30 seconds. Yeah. 30 seconds. What should I close with? You know, that was good enough, guys. Have a good night.
Feel a little awkward now. I shouldn't have told my good friend Mikey Unesi to tune in to the live broadcast. Sorry, Mikey, you're not a cunt. All right. All right, yeah, fuck you, Mikey. You're a cunt. All right. All right, on that cunt joke, I'm sorry. I don't mean it personally. Hey, it's Ricky who's gonna come up, and then we have Lauren and Jeremy. Give it up for Ricky, who's not a cunt.
Thank you. A cunt. My mom would be so proud. How's everybody doing? You sit in the back, you see all those lists, you think that's nerve-wracking, but there's like 4 screens in front of you. Come on now. This is only, what, Hollywood? I know this was the other guy, Ricky, and I'm just thinking to myself, if my mom would ever seen him, she'd never name me that. I don't know. I always try to change my name. It's weird. I moved here from Israel, so that's how weird my name is, okay? It's like, you say Ricky. It's not really Ricky, you know? Like, Americans have to do it their own way. Anyway, so I moved here from Israel like 2 years ago. Give it up for Israel. Come on, it's not San Diego. Thank you. And I'm doing comedy for like a couple of years now, and I gotta say, like, moving from the Middle East, it gives a whole new meaning for the word bombing. You know what I mean? Okay, that's usually very funny. Yeah, I used to think buses were awkward, man. I was wrong. Hence the silent. But honestly, my English is pretty good as someone who just moved here from Israel, which is really cool. At least one good thing for my parents. Shit. And it took, like, this takes 24 hours to get. You know, it's a situation when I actually talk and people understand, and there's actually, you know, like, it goes and goes, and it actually comes somewhere, and there's a sentence, you know what I mean? Like, I wake up in the morning, my Hebrew and my English is a little jumbled, you know what I mean? Like, I see the mailman, I'm like, oh, good morning. Can I have coffee, chaf and chaf? You know, it's really bad. It's really bad. And, like, okay, I moved here, and honestly, I gotta give credit to Israel just for a little bit. I developed some really good skills, thanks to Mar. Rock dodging. I know you're laughing now, but if there's ever an avalanche in Burbank, I'm good. You might have a problem there, my friend, but I'm good. And you never know when it's gonna hit you. You know what I mean? But you guys are so lucky. Americans are so lucky. You don't appreciate how good your life is. I'm here to make you feel good about yourself. You know, your streets, just your streets, man. I'm driving the streets. Your streets are so beautiful, like Fountain, Sunset, Crescent Heights. I don't know what that means, but it sounds so good. It used to be Laurel Canyon, eases into Crescent Heights. In Israel, every street is named after someone who died. This street right here, ladies and gentlemen, that's named after our prime minister who got shot and killed by an assassinated killer. This street right here, ladies and gentlemen, it's the guy who shot our prime minister. Little did they know, gonna be in the same block one day. Good stuff. Porn. Okay, so start watching porn. Like, I started watching porn here. You know, you can't blame me. Like, Hollywood style, right? And it's like, it's so perfect. Girls have perfect teats, and, you know, the perfect hair, and they're all shaped up like it's a fucking Barbie doll having sex. And, like, nothing moves, no cellulite. The guys are perfect, you know? West Hollywood proper. You know what I mean? In Israel, it just looks, babe, bring the home camera. Let's do this. Baby, I didn't shave or anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Israeli porn looks like 2 homeless guys having sex. It's that bad. I got the light. Oh, good. There's a 10-hour difference between here and Israel. And every time, like, I go to sleep, I put my phone is always on. And because I'm a girl and that's what I do. And so my friends be calling me weird hours. 10 hours different means basically when it's totally comfortable, call over there. It's totally uncomfortable to call to me to pick up the phone. It's a new joke. So my friends be calling me. The first question they're asking, "Yeah, Rick, what time is it over there?" And they always use the long distance, you know, voice. when it's like they're far away, you don't understand, like, I'm on the phone, bitch. And I'll be like, motherfucker, it's 4 in the morning, like, what do you want? Damn, girl, why are you up so early or late? I'm like, well, motherfucker, you just woke me up. I'm working on it. Thank you so much. That was a time.
Anyone else weirdly interested to check out Israeli porn at all? Am I the only one? Party at my house afterwards. All right. Next up, we have Lauren, followed by Jeremy, and then Dana. Give it up for Lauren. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Yeah, I like to hear that. That's comfortable, thanks. That feels good. I work at a hotel. God, I can't just let it go, can I? Have to have it right there. I work at a hotel, and we have a big Twilight Breaking Dawn convention coming up. Yeah, woo! And apparently in the movie, the 2 main characters get married, and the big event of the convention is the wedding reception for the 2 main characters. So we're having a real wedding reception for fake fucking people. And I have to answer phone calls politely about this, and I'm not mad, I promise. It just bothers the fuck out of me. That's funny in my mind. Okay. I am married. I went through all that and had a reception and everything for real people. Fuck you, Twilight. It wasn't a big deal. It was fun. Anyway, if you guys are thinking about getting married or recently married, and you have to know that at some point or another, that other person's butt's gonna be on your forehead. Yeah, I know. You can't come back from it either, and you can't explain it. You can't talk about it. It's just weird, but it's not wrong. It's natural. It's okay. God, this place is so fun. I'm glad I keep coming back. The job that I have like 6 or 7 bosses, like everybody does. Who keeps taking my picture? Come on, guys. One of my bosses. And I sit like in the front of the office, and so she walks by and she goes, "Oh, Lauren, you look really melancholy today." I was like, "No, I'm actually having a really good day. I came to work stoned." I didn't tell her that, but that's how you get through the day. And she's like, I was like, "Oh, no." She's like, "No, you look really relaxed today." I'm like, "Oh, you mean mellow?" And she said, "No, melancholy." I said, "Look, bitch, here's a dictionary." And as I was flipping through, I saw the page that had Leather Library at the top, which got me really excited to go to a gay club. Because the only gay club I've ever been to is a cowboy gay bar, and it's in Dallas. And it reminded me a lot. It could have been called the Leather Library, because you got all the gentlemen lined up in a row, and they're different kinds of leather. And you can check out anybody you want, and if you're going to do research, you got to keep it in the library. It's coming. It'll get there eventually. Another great thing about being married, well, just about being a girl, is you get to take birth control. I like birth control. I like my birth control. It reminds me of the movie 300. Because when teeny tiny pill protects me from millions of sperm. I'm really afraid that one day, like, one giant deformed sperm is going to show a 7-foot golden Persian the back way in. And then everything's going to go to hell. Including me, because I'll probably get an abortion. I don't care. Just one more thing. I had, last Friday, last payday, we had our sushi payday Friday. And I went and I had like a lobster roll and a tuna roll and another tuna roll and a shrimp tempura roll. And I was so happy, but then I got really sad because I thought, I was like, oh, I just ate everything in The Little Mermaid. And it made me cry a little bit, but I'm not going to stop eating sushi. I'm Lauren Thomas Martin. Thanks, guys.
Next to the stage, Jeremy, and that will follow Dana and Dave. Give it up for Jeremy, guys.
Hey guys, thanks my wife, who I've sat on your forehead countless times. You know, I think one thing no matter who you are, I think one thing that brings us all together is that at some point in your life, we all encompass every aspect of Alanis Morissette's One Hand in My Pocket. Don't eat at a restaurant with a banner that says under new management, because restaurants change staffs all the time. The only time you'd want to advertise you're under new management is if something really bad happened really recently and you're trying to distance yourself from it way too soon. Under new management might as well say, hey, can't we all forget about last week's hepatitis outbreak? At this point, we're not even sure what's more unhealthy. Food infected with hepatitis or your inability to let go of the past. I was raised as a conservative Christian, and one day at church, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, you know, I know this sounds bad, but I would really like to get a get-out-of-hell-free card. Like, think of all the fun you could have with a get-out-of-hell-free card. And I was like, man, I can't even imagine what you would do with a get-out-of-hell-free card. Guy who camped out with 3 other guys to get front-row tickets to a Cher concert? Man, would it be similar to the thing I would be forced to do if I got a card that said go directly to jail? All right. So the Garden of Eden story has a really weird-ass agenda, doesn't it? You know, God makes all the animals, makes Adam and Eve, makes the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and the serpent gets Eve to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, even though it will kill her. And so for punishment, God makes the serpent not have arms and legs anymore. So you got the main questions of life right there. You got, where do we come from? Why do bad things happen? Why do we die? How come snakes don't have arms and legs like regular folk? Let's see. Just waiting. My neighbor's kids are some assholes, aren't they? I think that's something that also brings us all together, is hatred of my neighbor's kids. All they do all day is run up and down the stairs in my building and workshopping new ways to scream. Here's a couple they're trying. One day, one of them spent about 2 hours just going, "Don't make me do this!" repeatedly. But the joke's on them, folks. Because one day, if they're ever kidnapped, there's not a noise they can make that will alarm anybody. All right. Somebody kidnap my neighbor's kids, for God's sake. All right, thank you.
Next to the stage, we've got Dana, followed by Dave and Brian. Give it up for Dana.
How come everything in our minds are always funny and then we say them out loud? And they're not that funny. I just want to get pregnant. Can someone impregnate me right now? We can do this on stage, it's fine. I wonder what my mom's gonna say when she finds out I'm pregnant. I wonder if she's gonna like keep talking about my body and stuff. She's always telling me that I'm healthy. Yeah, exactly. What? I was on the phone with her the other week, and she's like, "Dana, I'm so happy that you're healthy. You exercise and work out. You're solid, like a geode." Wait, what? I'm solid? A geode? You just compared me to a round rock, Mom. Do you think I'm fat? No, Dana, I don't think you're fat. I just think at times you overeat a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so you think I need to lose weight? I need to lose weight. No. I don't think you need to lose weight. I just think you need to cut the carbs. Fruits and veggies and protein, and then you run. Keep running. Did you run today? Don't stop running. Running's good. All right, Mom, I think I'm going to hang up the phone with you and maybe go throw up all my breakfast since those were carbs. I had oatmeal. Thanks. The solid geode has to go. Dana, that's not funny. That's ridiculous. That's bulimia. That's a serious issue many women suffer from. What you need to do, oh, and geode sparkle on the inside. I didn't tell you that before. It's just you. It's your personality. You need to go down to the Rite Aid. You need to buy a box of natural lax. Take them all and never eat carbs again. Never. I'm sick of people giving me advice, like telling me like what I should do. Especially like I feel like a lot of girls, dumb girls in LA are giving me advice. And I'm really getting tired of it. Oh, you're single? Here's what you need to do. You need to go to Hollywood. You need to go to the clubs. But you need to dress slutty. You need to look skinny. You need to flirt. It's get into bottle service. Because that's where all the Armenians are. And they have money. So, like, here are the clubs that are hot. You need to go to Avalon. You need to go to Arena. You need to go to the Abbey. I know it's gay, but whatever. You need to go to, yeah, all those clubs are just that. You need to stay away from Mood, Elevate, and Pattern, because that's where we're over those clubs. Because that's where, like, the poor Armenians go. Like, you know, you can't make babies with them. Oh, you work in a restaurant? Here's what you need to do, okay? You need to leave that restaurant job. You need to go to Hollywood. You need to go to the clubs. You need to work in bottle service. You need to dress slutty, look skinny, and flirt with the Armenians because they tip really well if you flirt them. The ones with the hairy arms do, and the ones that have shaved arms, not really. It's just beware. No way. No advice. No advice taken there. So that's my life summed up with those two experiences. That's all I got going on for me. Thank you guys. I'm Dana Moon. Follow me on Twitter, or you can see my videos on YouTube, Lesbian Looking for Love. I'll be in theaters soon.
All right, just a few more left, guys. Keep it going. Next up is Dave, followed by Brian, and then Scott. Give it up for Dave. There's Dave.
Yeah. Dave. Hey, come on. What up, what?
Thanks. Thanks, buddy. This enthusiasm from Jamar. I feel special now. Shit. I feel better about the relationship with my mom, though. Like, I was worried about what she's getting me for Christmas this year, because last year I got condoms as a stocking stuffer. They're the sleek set, though. They kind of come in the hard case. You don't have to worry about tearing if you keep them in your wallet. It's like, Dave, I just don't want to be a grandmother yet. Joke's on you, Mom. I never get laid. Honest about that shit. I can only imagine, though, if I go to use them one time. Oh, yeah, I got condoms. My mom gave them to me. Why are you leaving? You have a problem with condoms? I'm okay with raw dogging it, but I'm allergic to penicillin here. Like, I'm going to trust that you're clean. No, I'm not passing judgment on you. I'm just saying I can't catch anything because I can't take anything to cure it. It's like, she's a weird little lady. She looks like a linebacker. She's like this big. She doesn't like when I tell people that, though. Yeah, she's strange. I've been out here for a little while, too. Job hunting's a pain in the ass. And he goes, Dave, I know you've been looking for a job for a while. Just don't do porn. Because remember, I sometimes watch it. Thanks, Mom. Forgot about that one. No, she doesn't watch it, like, because that's how she gets her jollies off. feel dirty saying that part. She watched it because she's like, I can't believe people do that for money. She's only seen the stuff on HBO, so like no penetration. She's never been like in Vivid and seen how creative Brianna is with a gun. Someone else has seen Jenna Loves Brianna or whatever that flick's called. Like, no, I remember sitting around the dorm room with my buddies watching that shit. I've been scrolling through like RedTube, YouPorn, Pornhub, UJizz, all that fun shit. Just, oh, I've seen that. Ooh, a Sibian, that looks like fun. All you are kind of silent. A Sibian is pretty much a motorized nightstand. You're like, yeah, I know that one. So if you ever see someone who has just like a very clean nightstand that jiggles occasionally and you don't know why because you just bumped it, that's a Sibian. Oh, she's taking me to a fucking burlesque show. Do you have any idea how weird that is, sitting next to your mother with a chick whose tits are just flopping all over the place? Cousin next to you, thank you. Mom, this isn't classy. This is strange. She goes, no, David. I'm like, Mom, they have glitter on their tits. That's not Dave, those are sequins. This is a classy establishment. Ooh. Tell a lot about a person with the kind of hat they wear. Kind of guy who's wearing like a ball cap. I'm too lazy to put my hair up today. Or I'm balding, one of the two. Wearing a driver's cap. I want people to think I can fight. Or, if it's backwards, I'm going to die from my art or these cigarettes. Cowboy hat, I like to kick ass or take it in the ass. One of the two. Alright, now give it up for your adorable host.
I'm like all worried about my mom's nightstand now. I don't want to check it out. All right, next up is Brian, followed by Scott, and then Tess. Give it up for Brian, guys.
Hello, Internet. Is anybody watching this? Is there live tweeting going on? Are they tweeting? Who's doing the computer stuff? Is someone in the booth back there doing computer? Yeah. Are there any tweets going on? Is anybody saying, "Oh, this sucks," or "This is great. This is really funny"? No communication. That's all right. I'll look at the tweets later, I guess. I'm sure there'll be a stream of tweets next to the Ustream video. Concerned about this zit thing. That's why I was like, maybe I should change hands. I wait tables during the day, and I cover this up with a Band-Aid, just because I'm like, I don't want them to see me serving food with this like weird zit thing. And I wait on like really powerful Hollywood producers. I mean, like big time. Stephen Bochco, I wait on that guy. I wait on Larry Gordon, the producer of Die Hard and Boogie Nights and The Warriors. You remember that movie? Larry. Yeah, David Milch. I love David Milch. You guys know who David Milch is? He's got a new show with Dustin Hoffman and Nick Nolte, and these movie stars are doing TV. It's pretty cool. It's a horse racing show. It's going to be on HBO. But anyway, he saw the Band-Aid on my arm, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's nothing. It's a Band-Aid. Let me see it." And I was like, "Oh, God, Jesus. Come on, man. Just let me. You're going to embarrass me in front of... let me see what's underneath that Band-Aid." "All right, here you go." And he looked at it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's got good definition. You should get that looked at." And I was like, "All right, I'll get it looked at, no problem." And then I come back to the table, and he's got a doctor's name and number. He's like, "I want you to call this doctor, and I'll pay for it. And you just like go there and check it out." So I was like, "All right, yeah, whatever." And then, "Thank you, I appreciate it." And then he left, and then he came back in the restaurant like a half hour later alone. He's like, "You're gonna go see that doctor, aren't you?" I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna go see that doctor." And so I went, and I got it checked out, and it was benign. But when I found out it was benign after a month, I got it biopsied. I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm going in today to get it checked out. And he's like, I want you to call my office and let me know what the results are. I was like, okay. So I go to the doctor and I get the results. And as I'm walking out, Milch drives by in his car. And I'm like, hey, and he rolls down his window and I go, benign! He goes, and he drives, why was he driving by? Anyway, that's my time. Thank you.
All right, guys. Next up, we've got Scott, followed by Tess, and then Joe. Give it up for Scott.
Hey guys, so does anyone know if they're streaming the Rosie Show online, or am I gonna have to just go ahead and get cable? Guys, please don't tell any of the Twitter babes I'm DMing with, but turns out I'm not much of a man. Okay, not masculine at all. And the way I found that out is I've got a mouse infestation in my home right now. So 9 times out of 10 now when I come home, there is a half-dead mouse in a glue trap waiting for me. And here's the thing, guys, I don't know how to fucking put this thing out of its misery, because it's really gross. This mouse disgusts me, you know? I don't want anything to do with it. I'm terrified of it, so what I usually do is kick it outside, glue trap and all, go smoke a ball on the couch and try and figure out a way out of this jam, right? Here's the thing, guys, I think I figured it out. I'm pretty sure that I could kill that mouse if I had a gun, right? A gun. Nothing could be easier. Just square up, say goodnight, motherfucker, and then it's over. Guys, so I guess what I'm saying is I don't think I'm going to be a man until I get a gun. But I'm not going to be able to get a gun because the Obama administration is trying to paint me as a criminal, guys. That's right. Any medical marijuana patients out there? Got bad news for you. Your Second Amendment rights no longer apply to you. As of a month ago, we are no longer allowed to buy guns or ammunition. And that is fucked up, guys, because there is pretty much the only thing I'm going to do when I'm high is shoot guns, you know? It's the only thing to do when you're high, you know? Smoke a joint, grab one of your many guns, run outside, paint the fucking town red, am I right? You know? Now what am I going to do? You know, the only thing worse would be if they take the right away from me to go to the movies. Then I'd be left with nothing. Obama, sick of him, am I right? Guys, now he's also trying to shut down the weed dispensaries. When I found out about that, I was like, oh, come on, bro, come on. Like, don't you miss being cool at all? Like, when he got elected, he was the coolest guy in town. Now you're a fucking nerd, you know? You went to college. Don't you miss being cool, bro? I don't know what he's going to campaign on this time around. I know what his slogan's going to be. I guess it's going to be like, no, we couldn't, or woulda, coulda, shoulda, or we can, but we fucking won't. I don't know. He's terrible. But, you know, he is doing a couple good things. He's done a couple good things lately. He did send 100 troops to Uganda recently. So that region should be stable in, like, no time. And then, guys, I'll get out of here on this. I'm pitching a show based on my dating life. It's called How I'll Never Meet Your Mother. Stars every woman in the world. Guys, been Scott Lewis. Thanks a lot.
All right, just a few more, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We're getting close to the end. Let's go. Tess is next, followed by Joe, and then Dennis. Woo! Tess. Ah, there we go.
What's up, you guys? So I'm super stoked to be home. I was in New York for like kind of a while, and I just got back this weekend. And I fucking missed my car. So that's like the main thing I miss being there. Cause like, well, we usually like we're so spoiled. Like my normal like commute is just like me getting high and listening to Kiss FM, which is like that's why I'm always in a good mood. Like that's how I always start my day. But out there, like you have to take the train. And so like every person in every walk of life is like combined in this one like weird room that you have to commute in, which is normal, I guess, whatever. But what's weird to me is like in each train car, there's like one person who's like the weirdest fucking person on the train, like the alpha batshit crazy person. Like they distribute themselves like really equally. Like, you're not gonna have the, like, can I have your attention, please? And then, like, something about Jesus guy and the guy trying to sell you bootlegs of Bridesmaids in the same car. Like, they know that, like, they each have turf or whatever, you know? And so, but, like, it's so weird. Like, I was taking a train up to, like, the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It's, like, all this, like, really, like, fancy business people and all that. Morning commute, and there's a guy sitting there, like, he was the main batshit crazy guy on this train, had his head tucked into his shirt so that he looked headless, and then had his hand in his pants, and it was just like, I don't even know if he was masturbating, like, his hand wasn't moving even really fast enough to really, it was just like, maybe he was just, like, taking his time and treating himself, but it was, like, moving, like, really, really slow, but it made it so creepy that you couldn't see his fucking face, like Ichabod Crane, you know? And not only that, but this is so ironic, but he smelled like a big-ass pile of wet money. Like, he stank up the whole car with his wet money smell. So he's just sitting there, like, totally unsettling, headless masturbating dude, and nobody on the train, like, even acknowledges that this is going on. Like, the rest of the car just tacitly pushed ourselves to the other side of the car, read our fucking Kindles, listened to our... There's a man touching his penis and not showing his face, and really, we're not allowed to say anything about it? Like, for real? So fine, so we all, like, deal with it. Then a few nights later, I'm sitting waiting for my train home to Brooklyn. It's, like, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just, like, alone at the station, and the train hasn't come in, like, 45 minutes. I just want to go home. I'm kind of drunk. I'm not even going to kind of get through this story, but okay, whatever. I just want to go home. And so it's me, and this time instead of a homeless person, like the main crazy on the platform with me this time was this like really wealthy Wall Street business dude. And he had like a Rolex and really nice shoes and a really nice outfit, New York Times in his hands. And he was just like standing there like this, like clearly a little bit drunk. It's just he and I. Then like suddenly with no discernible change of expression on his face, he pisses his pants. Like he was completely stoic, just pisses himself. And like this is how starved for like stimulation I was. I was so excited that he had pissed himself. Like I had a whole backstory. I was like, he has a wedding ring. He's gonna come home to a wife. Okay, I'm testing his cool. Thanks.
The last three. All right, the last three. Here we go. Joe, Dennis, and Jamar. Give it up for Joe.
Thank you very much. My name is Joe Braza. I'm a single man. I have no kids, at least none that I know of. If I do have any kids, I'm pretty sure they grew up in Tijuana. And they're overweight, like their moms. And throughout their lives, they've asked their moms, ¿Quién es Joe Braza? Joe Braza es el deadbeat dad. I wasn't going to do this because this crowd seemed kind of dead, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to give you the full Joe Braza effect. Yeah. Full Joe Braza effect is about getting things in life that you deserve, like love, joy, free internet porn. It's about being able to turn the other cheek because it makes it easy to spank both sides of a chick's ass. I'm not a judgmental person. In fact, if I see a girl dressed up like a slut, I automatically think that she's a slut. I wait for her to prove it. Sometimes it takes 10 years, but I'm very patient. During the development of the full Joe Braza effect, no animals were harmed in any way. In fact, they had a lot of fun. So without further ado, I'm going to give you the full Joe Braza effect. Boom. Halloween is coming up. What is Joe Braza going to do? Joe Braza is going to take candy from babies. Why? Because Joe Braza believes that children are getting diabetes too soon. I want to cut this trend. 30 million Americans suffer from diabetes. Another 60 million will get them. So Joe Braza suggests that you give out wheat germ and organic apples. I'd like to take this time right now to forgive all the people who have hurt me in my life. I'd like to forgive a guy named Steve for cock blocking me. And you guys are probably thinking, oh, Joe Braza can't be cock blocked? Yeah. It happened. See, this guy. What happened was I was trying to hook up with this girl at this bar, and Steve told right when I was about to get her number. Steve told her that I owned a Kenny Loggins CD, and that she didn't want anything to do with me. Let me tell you something. If liking Kenny Loggins is wrong, Joe Brazza does not want to be right. I realized he did me a favor because a girl does not like Kenny Loggins is not a girl for Joe Brazza because she's not going to be ready when Joe Brazza takes her to the danger zone. I'm Joe Brazza. Thank you very much.
The Joe Brazza Danger Zone. I like that. All right, guys. Last two, Dennis and then Jamar. Give it up for Dennis.
Thank you. Dennis Lavender is my real name. That's my whole name. I always get questions over it. Women treat my last name like a pair of shoes. They're like, your last name is Lavender? That is so cute. Oh my God. Like, thank you, bitch. Spanish people get confused. They be like, hey, your name is Dennis? Like the restaurant? I'm like, nah, not quite, homie, not quite. I am happy to be here, though. Not because of the mic, because my car barely made it up here, almost broke down on the freeway. It's scary. My car is raggedy. It's scary having a raggedy car. That's why I never offer people rides. Because when you ride with me, you taking a chance. And chances are you're not going to make it home. But at least I know my car is raggedy. Some people don't realize they have a raggedy car too. Here are a few ways to know if you have a raggedy car or not. If your check engine light never goes off, chances are you have a raggedy car. If you take your car to the car wash and they refuse to wash it, yep, good chance you have a raggedy car. Black people, you may not know this, some information for you. When you get pulled over by the police in your nice car, chances are the police is going to say, freeze, nigga! Where's your raggedy ass car? This is too nice to belong to you. I'm like, sir, it's a rental. It's a rental. I recently got my car towed before. Anybody got their car towed before? 2 people? That's cool. I got my car towed, man. I don't even know why they call them tow truck companies. They should just call them legal kidnappers. Because it's legal for them to kidnap your car and hold it hostage. Now you gotta call them up, listen to their ransom demands. Like, hello, I'm looking for my car. Yes, we have it. If you want to see it, bring us $250 by 5 o'clock. Click. It just hang up on you. And you gotta pay it too. You gotta pay it. You need your car. What if they start kidnapping stuff you didn't care about? Stuff you didn't need. Like a couple of bills, some shoelaces. An ex-girlfriend, they kidnap an ex-girlfriend. You call them up like, you have my ex-girlfriend? Yes, we have her. Just checking. Click. Your ransom will not be met on her. Oh man, I was watching Sports Center today. My Raiders got Carson Palmer today. Yeah, we're about to go to the Super Bowl, baby. Then they start showing NASCAR highlights. Did you guys know there was a black driver in NASCAR? I didn't know that. His name is Bill Lester. He's not even sponsored by Popeye's Chicken or Red Rooster Hot Sauce either, man. What was crazy was he almost won his last race. That was the crazy part. But on the last lap, he got pulled over for speeding. He was supposed to like, freeze, nigga. Where is your raggedy ass car? This is too fast to belong to you. All right, everybody, I'm Dennis Lavender.
All right, finally we've got Jamar. Give it up for your last comedian of the night, Jamar.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. We've all had our cars snatched, taken, kidnapped and shit. That's crazy, man. They took my shit. It's crazy like when you see them driving off with your shit, too. I'd be like, hey, my baby was in the back. Let me at least get my radio. Yeah, I got a fat ass. That's me? Yeah, that's me. Oh, man. What's over here? Hey, you ever wake up to this? Don't you ever touch my baby's dick. You ever wake up to that? Very rough household. Shit was crazy. my household. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was born in a strip club on some dude's lap. That shit was rough. It's like, ma'am, I'm not paying double for this. I don't give a fuck how wet it is. That shit was wild. I need to go back to pimping. So I need to do that. I didn't pimp women. I used to pimp homeless people. Shit, like, nigga, you been on that freeway entrance all day. You only got $135? You kidding me, man? Were you flipping your sign like I told you to flip the shit? Huh? Huh? I had to get out the game, man. It was terrible shit. Motherfuckers taking my hobos and shit. Hating. Niggas wanted to stop, leave, and get their life together. It was rough. I think I'll get a job. No, fuck you, man. How you gonna leave me, Baltimore? Who introduced you to ICE? It was me. You can't leave me, baby. I made you. I made you. I didn't hit him. I didn't do that shit. I just made him take a bath and shit. I just made him take a bath. That shit was crazy. I didn't do anything. Get your ass in that bathtub right goddamn now. Oh, come on, baby. No, fuck you. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. Yeah. That's how I do my hobos. Shit. You milk them tricks for all they worth. That's my minute light. My father died recently. I hate to bring the mood down. It was crazy. It was crazy. He's like my best friend, like growing up. You know, so like, was anybody just close with their father and shit? Are you like close with your father and shit? And he was it was so close. He's like my best friend, man. Like so much of my best friend. Like one day he was beating up on my mom's, and I just jumped in and helped that nigga. Anybody? Just me? Who told you to turn the game? Yeah, bitch, stop setting my clothes out like I can't do that shit myself. I want some kids. I don't know. I want kids. I don't know, man. I think babies just innately know their parents ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys think that? Like, babies just innately know their parents ain't gonna be shit? I think that shit even starts off in the womb. You know what I'm saying? Like so sometimes I'll be watching, like, the TLC channel, and I'll be watching the TLC channel, and, like, they have, like, babies and how they, like, die in the womb and shit because they have, like, that umbilical cord wrapped around their neck. Have you ever seen that shit before? And the doctors call that an accident and shit, and I don't think that's an accident. I just think the baby knew he wasn't gonna be shit, and he committed suicide. That's what I think. He was like, is that crack I taste? Oh, hell no. Fuck this shit. Hell no. This hard knock life I'm about to go through. Because I know what crack tastes like before I even lived. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jamar Neighbors. Thank you and good night. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys have been great tonight. We're here every Tuesday night, starting at 6. Sign-up starting at 5:30. If you're on that list, feel free to stick around for Matt Champagne or the later show at 10 o'clock. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.